MoneyMike23 here, and today I'm giving you guys another installment of the discussion. Today I'm going to discuss Cardcar D and why I feel it should be played a lot more than it is right now. So for people that don't know the card effects, I'll read it real quick. This card cannot be special summoned. During your main phase 1, if this card was normal summoned this turn, you can tribute this card. Draw 2 cards and it becomes the end phase of this turn. You cannot special summon during the turn you activate this card. And it's a level 2 Earth monster. Now, when the card first got announced, a lot of people were excited about it, got a lot of hype. People were saying it's a new tour guide, it's going to be in every deck. But then the priority rule hit us, and it kind of took the effectiveness of this card out, because you could stop with Effect Dweller. But I still think it's a really good card. It's just a little bit different, because in decks that don't get affected by Effect Dweller, such as Heroes, Final Countdown, Chain Burn, I don't think this card is as good. Because at first, the card was insane for those decks. But for decks that do get affected by Effect Dweller, like Rescue Rabbit decks now, Insectors, even Tier 2 or Tier 3 decks like Heretics, this card's insane for it because it catches a lot of Effect Dwellers that it wouldn't before, obviously, because of the priority ruling. So you could, by summoning it first, you free up your Rescue Rabbits you might have, your Tour Guides, your Dragonflies, your Heretic plays. So I think that's really important. Some cards that go well with Cardcar D. One is Pot of Duality, because you can't special summon that turn, and you can't with Duality either. So it seems like those two cards are just made for each other, and it's just insane. Dualitying first, getting an important card you need, maybe Insectors, and that might be Dragonfly if you don't have a Hornet. I mean, if you have a Hornet, or if you have a Dragonfly, you get a Hornet. Or on Rabbit, you might want to get a Tour Guide if you already have a Rabbit. And then you can draw into even more cards with the Cardcar D during a turn. Another card that's really good with it is Spear Reaper and Trigodi. They work kind of the same way, because if you're stalling out with Reaper, you can just follow up with the Cardcar D after you set Reaper for the one turn, and just try to get outs to what they might have on their field, or to just have a better play that you want to do with the Spear Reaper on the field. And with Trigodi, a lot of times, like that I've tested with the Cardcar D with Trigodi, I've dropped Tragodia when I have 3 or 4 cards in my hand, and then the next turn I'll summon Cardcar D, use its effect, and then have Tragodia in defense. So now I have 6 cards in my hand, 5 cards in my hand. Tragodia has 3,000 defense, 3,600 defense, just ridiculous. It helps a lot. So in particular, why it's so good in Rabbit, not only because it catches Effect Dwellers, but it catches warnings too, because people want to stop, not let you get that +1. So they're solemn warning the Cardcar D. People will book a Moon it because, of course, they're no priority. But one big thing to me is a lot of times in Rabbit, there's instances that you don't want to attack directly because Gores will just wreck your whole game plan. So you could just exceed up to a Lagia to maintain your field if you have some back rows. And then the next turn, you can follow up with Cardcar D to find more outs to Gores, if you couldn't make a Dolka, or if you already made a Lagia. Because there's times where, your opponent might have 1 or 2 back rows, you might have a Lance, but you feel more comfortable making the Lagia than the Dolka, because, yeah, you can negate the first back row they might have, but the other back row usually can't be dealt with when you have a Dolka, so the Lagia seems more realistic. But then after you negate with the Lagia and you use the Lance, they don't have any back rows, and they could still have the Gores if you read it, if they didn't use it yet. So it's really cool to just replenish your hand, find more outs to it. I know a lot of people say they don't like this card in Rabbit because you can draw into normal monsters, but say if you do have a Rescue Rabbit and a Cardcar D, you could just play the Rabbit first to make sure you don't draw into normal monsters, even though you might want to try to catch them slipping by Effect Dwelling your Cardcar D first. Because sometimes you have to understand how many normal monsters you've already used and how many are left in your deck, so you don't want to screw yourself over and have dead cards in your hand. But if you don't have a Rescue Rabbit or a Tour Guide to make a Rescue Rabbit play, it's really not bad drawing into normal monsters, or as bad with Cardcar D, because you are going to draw those normal monsters regardless, so there's no reason not to give yourself a +1. Now with Insectors, I used Insectors at YCS Philly, and the biggest problem with it was I was always missing some piece. Whether it was I had a Hornet missing a Dragonfly, or I had a Dragonfly missing a Hornet. There was always something missing. And with Cardcar D, it just helps maintain consistent hands. and with duality, because I would definitely use duality and Cardcar D in Inzectors. So I really think people should look at it a little more. I know it's a risky because we really haven't seen success with it yet, but with Nats coming up, it's something I think all players should keep in mind. Other decks that Cardcar D helps is Dark Worlds. I know it kind of goes against what I just said about Effective Elder, but I do like if you use tour guides with the Cardcar D, then if they do Velo your Cardcar D, it's not like they can't Velo your other cards like tour guides, so it does free that up. And you can do sick plays like summon Cardcar D and then play Drag Down, because even though it says when you use Cardcar D's effect, it ends the turn, you can still summon it that turn and do other things and then use its effect. So you can go summon Cardcar D, Drag Down, discard the card out of their hand, you discard one of your Dark World cards, and then play Cardcar D after, which gets just crazy, because not only did you see their hand, but you got a +1 for that turn. So I think that's really big. I think Cardcar D is one of those cards that it's gonna see a lot more play as formats go on, and it's gonna help tier 2 decks really shine. Decks like Evil Tiles, Dark Worlds, and Heretics. I hope this video was insightful and you guys think about what I've mentioned in this video. If you have problems with anything I said, please comment. Let me know. And if you like anything about this video, like I said, comment, let me know. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to subscribe. And everybody just play test hard. Get ready for Nats. I'll definitely have some more videos coming up. I think my next video is going to be an interview with a special guest. So you guys have to wait and see who that is. So thanks YouTube, and subscribe. Peace.